Hi, this is Ken Shelton.
Hi, everyone. This is Kellie Rupp.
And this is Hey Bay City.
We've got an exciting summer of events coming in downtown Bay City, in all of Bay City, in all of Bay County, really. Mm-hmm. And to promo the events, to talk about all the fun stuff we're going to be able to do, I thought of two of the best people to talk to, Ken and Kellie. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Kellie, first tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you and why are you talking to us?
So my name is Kellie Rupp, and I'm the marketing director for the Downtown Management Board. I have been with the downtown for about 4 years now, so I do the marketing events for downtown. So we are funded by the downtown Bay City businesses, so we put together the events and the marketing to bring people to downtown Bay City to shop and dine and get drinks and
do all the fun things. Ken, who are you?
Well, I'm a promoter in the area. I've been in the area for at least 30 years, and originally from the west side of the state, Kalamazoo area, and my role in this area is basically we've been putting on a Bay City, first it was a Bay City Country Music Festival, and just recently we've changed to the Bay City Music Festival. Every year it's a 2-day festival. We feature headlining artists on both nights, Friday and Saturday night. Also, we feature some national sport acts. And one thing we do unique compared to a lot of other big venues like Dow Event Center and other names is feature local bands. We always feature a local act that's a Tri-City, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland featured artists that's trying to make their way up, trying to get that, that break. So we also feature them as really our first artists. So it kind of gets the community involved.
Awesome. Yeah. Ken, I want to ask you a little bit about yourself because we know each other. Uh-huh. We've run into each other at meetings, but we've never actually sat down to chat. So tell me a little bit about like where you grew up, how you ended up into this promotional world.
Yeah, I wonder that myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I grew up I was born in Chicago, and when I was 2 years old, we moved to Michigan. And I am from a long line. My oldest brother is a promoter in Indiana. My dad was a promoter in Chicago, south side of Chicago. He promoted a lot of the blues. Mm. So, people like Muddy Waters, Bobby Blue Band, a lot of the blue acts, some of the jazz acts, he promoted Chicago.
Kingston Mines, you ever hang on at
I've heard the name, yeah.
That's a dope venue.
They've got definitely.
Two different sides to it, so you can have one act going, and then as soon as that act ends, you can head over to the other side, and the other act is picking up right away. It's awesome.
They got some great places in Chicago. I mean, it's just... That's kind of the home, like for the northern home of it. Yeah. So we moved over to Kalamazoo area and went to school there. Went to Western Michigan. Go Broncos! I said that earlier. So another plug. So went to school there, and like I said, my dad was into music. My oldest brother has been promoting for years, so it's kind of in the family. And I DJ'd for a while, for about 15 years, and helped my brother out in Indianapolis. That's where he's at, where he's promoting, and. Kind of got involved with him and everything. And then after a while, I thought, because, it's like, I want to stop the DJing. I want to do something else. So what can I do? How can I make this? How can I go further in entertainment? And it was just hanging out with my brother thinking, man, I think this promoting thing, I want to do this. So that's where it started. And it was about 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So the whole thing started about 8 years ago. And pretty cool. I mean, it's just been a good ride.
Very cool. Yeah. So you're standing on the decade mark of Ken Shelton Promotions.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
What is it? I'm trying to think of the best way to ask this question, and there isn't a good one.
Okay.
But why is a promoter necessary? I love talking to people about their jobs and just doing like a 101. Why does the world? Both musicians and the audience, why do we need promoters?
Yes, mm-hmm. And that's a great question because whenever I explain it, people get so confused. Kind of can relate because they either think I'm a venue manager or what do you do? I thought the artist books their own stuff.
Yeah.
Think of the promoter as the in-between person. So it's basically what, with artists is they're so musically driven, they don't want to worry about getting a venue and, having to do all the details and everything. But as a promoter, basically my role is I book the venue, in this case, Vets Park, mm-hmm. and all the intangibles, getting the artists, getting food trucks, making sure everything about that show Here is the difference in a lot when we talk about, say, booking agents and promoters. I own the show, so this show's mine. It's my money, my everything. So if it goes great, everything's great. I'm eting steak. If it doesn't, I'm eating beans and rice. Which I don't want to eat
noodles,
right?
baby.
Ken doesn't like that. So I think, when you hear the term maybe like a booking agent, sometimes in that case, that person's just booking the artist and that's all they're doing. So it's not their money, it's not their own deal. With a promoter, it's like you hear like a promoter of a nightclub or whatever. They're basically renting that place out. They're getting the talent. They're doing everything about that show. They charge a ticket fee. And then whatever from that ticket fee and sponsors will pay for the artist and all the bills. And then whatever's left will go to the promoter. So really with a promoter, you hear the word promoting, and they're out there. They're promoting. They're online. They're at clubs because their job is to get as many people as they can to that concert venue, whatever. So really, that's kind of the differences. And it's funny because I get that question, and people are kind of confused. Promoter, what does that mean? What's going on? So really, that's kind of the differences.
Well, I love the explanation because having a lot of friends in the music world, that's absolutely the truth. Like they want to show up at the gig, they want to play the music, they want to do the music thing. The last thing they want to do is be a business person.
Yes, they don't.
They want to live the music life, and so. Promoters helping them. Like help me get more people to my show. As an audience member, though, I love it because now I'm actually aware of what is happening in my community. I see the events over and over and over again because you have a vested interest in getting as many people there as possible.
Exactly.
And I think one of the comebacks, or one of the reasons why people say in any community, well, there isn't that much to do, is simply because they don't have the information about what there is to do, and promoters kind of help fill that gap.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's the information, and it's just, and now we're in the whole social media realm, which we have another platform that makes it a lot easier for us. Because back in the day, it was basically put the old flyers on the telephone poles, and
go on the radio.
On the radio, and that's really your two forms. And word of mouth. So now with social media, we can get more to the masses, and everybody's got that Facebook, Instagram account, and we can promote it more. And it's in a lot of cases, and it's so funny because I my budget for social media is crazy. I'm on radio, but Phil, I still get that one person that will say to me, "You actually had Nellie last year?" And I think I spent $10,000 in advertising, and you asked me if I had Nellie.
Get plugged in, people.
Oh my word!
Lots of great things happening, but that's kind of the essence. Yeah, you could spend $50,000 on marketing, and you're still gonna have.
There's still gonna be one person.
Oh, there's that one person. Yeah.
Yep.
I had no idea that Nellie was here.
Yeah, it was here.
Kellie Rupp, last week I think it was, following Downtown Bay City on the social medias, and saw that you're rolling out Wednesdays in the Park.
Yes.
Tell me first about what Wednesdays in the Park is.
So Wednesdays in the Park is a free concert for our community. So it's in Winona Park. Every show is at 7:00 p.m. It's, like I said, free admission. Bring a friend, bring a lawn chair, come out to the park and listen to some good music. So the first one is going to be June 19th, and it's going to be, as usual, Bay Concert Band kicking off the series.
Cool.
So that's cool to have like a local band like the Bay Concert Band be able to have a show. And then we're going to be able to do 8 shows this year, and the last one will be on August 14th.
Very cool. After that first Bay Concert Band, what else do we have to look forward to?
So looking forward, on June 26th, we have Shout, which is the Beatles cover band. And then we take a week off for the 4th of July, where the 4th of July Fireworks Festival also has their own concerts on Thursday and Friday. And those are ticketed events. And I can talk a little bit about that. They're having Slaughter and Bullet Boys on Thursday, and then Friday is Jack Russell's Great White and Lynch Mob. And those will both be at the band shell.
Oh, how cool.
Then the week after is Captain Fantastic, which is an Elton John cover band, or tribute band, I should say. Mm-hmm. Following that on July 17th is Detroit Rock City, which is a Kiss tribute, which is cool to have in Michigan. Mm-hmm. The 24th is Fleetwood Mac. It's spelled a little bit different than Fleetwood.
With an A instead of two E's.
Yes. So they are a Fleetwood Mac tribute band. July 31st is Sirius Moonlight, which is a David Bowie cover band, or I should stop saying cover band, tribute band.
Yeah.
August 7th, actually, Brian's House reached out to us for this one. They're going to be sponsoring the whole concert. They picked out their own band, and they'll be they're kind of using it as a little fundraiser for themselves. It's just going to be free admission, but they'll be covering the costs. They chose the Classic Women of Country Music, which is like Winona, Dolly, Shania. So that'll be a fun country music concert. Yeah. And then finishing out the shows on August 14th is Material Girls, which is a Madonna, Cher, Blondie, Heart, Adele, and Lady Gaga tribute.
Back to the birthplace Madonna.
Yeah.
I've always had this like a little like side goal of getting Madonna on the podcast. I know the percentage of that, but Madonna, if you're listening to this random podcast from your hometown,
yes, and we're having a tribute band.
Yeah, let's chat. Let's talk about life and stuff. I love the Wednesdays in the Park series. Every Wednesday, while the series is going on, you know it, because if you're traveling downtown, parking is packed. People are walking around with their lawn chairs. Yep. Like it's just people swarm the park for this series. So
they are, and people set up their lawn chairs in the park at 11 o'clock noon to secure their spot for the concert.
I've never been there that early, but wow.
They're devoted. We got a lot of devoted fans. And it's really cool because you can always see there's so many boats in the river. Like, where else can you go and listen to a concert on the river in your boat? And then there's always cars parked in Vets. And I have friends that even live like over on 2 Mile by Meyer, and they said they can hear the concerts. So it's like everyone can hear them.
Yeah. But I love that. Like, it's a moment where you can look around the city and you can see people doing stuff and having fun and enjoying some music. And when it was announced that you're bringing the series back, people were like, "Yeah, this is awesome!
Yes.
Love Wednesdays in the Park." So thanks to you and the rest of the DDA crew.
Yeah, and it's just nice to like on a typically like a Wednesday night, which isn't busy for downtown normally. The restaurants and the businesses kind of get that little extra boost on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, love that. So make an evening of it, people. Go see a concert, grab some dinner beforehand or after or wherever.
Yep.
Enjoy Bay City. Ken Shelton, Bay City Music Festival. Tell me about that.
Well, this year it's going to be Friday, June 21st and Saturday, June 22nd. So Friday, we've got somebody similar to Nelly. We've got Flo Rida. He's got 4 number ones, 2-time Grammy Award winner or nominee, and he's on that same kind of fun rap dance type of music, and big following wherever he goes. He's drawing anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then right before him, we've got Chingy. He's another one of those top 40 rap type of artists that came out early 2000s. A lot of fun. People enjoy him. So we've got Chingy, Flo Rida, and then from Saginaw, we've got Chris Redburn. Yeah. And so there's our local artist that we have. Big following. The guy can do rap, rock, just about everything, which is kind of nice. He crosses genres. Saturday night, we've got Travis Tritt. We had him 2 years ago. Really great, real great crowd. That's our country night, so he's our headliner. Opening up for Travis Tritt, we've got Creed Fisher. He's on that same line. He's a little bit more outlaw, more tough type country kind of guy, and played at the Machine Shop, sold that out a few times down in Flint, and does a really great job. Our local guy, and this guy is getting ready to get signed. He is something else. His name is Waylon Hannell, and if you're looking for a Wednesdays in the Park kind of guy, he might be your person. He's from Millington, Michigan, and he's come out with a couple of albums, and he's been down in Nashville. He's recorded. He's opened up for a number of artists, Tracy Lawrence, just the list goes on and on. Really great voice. He brings a great local following, really kind of Bay City South, because he's really from Millington. So that whole kind of like, there's a million of the last name Hannells, like he has cousins, second cousins, third cousins, in-laws, outlaws. He's okay with me saying that. Yeah, so they all come up.
So if you're wondering if he's related to one of them that you know, chances are.
Chances are, yeah. Chances are. He's but the family's awesome.
You don't have to ask him now. Like we answered the question. Now ask him about his music.
Yeah, he's just the whole family is very supportive of him, and he, like I said, he draws a good local following. So we're happy with our lineup this year. It's a good variety of people.
Yeah.
In the past, it was just straight country music festival. And I had a lot of feedback, and people are like, it's great you're having it downtown, everything's going good, but they were kind of thinking, can you like maybe try something different, another genre? Yeah. So now what our purpose is, and this is going to be in the future, is one night of country. We've kept that. And then the other night, it could be top 40, in this case, kind of top 40 rap, rock. Cool. I think next year we might be looking at a rock artist, more of a modern rock artist. So we're going to keep that night kind of like an off from the country night, a different kind of genre of music.
Yeah.
So it kind of reaches everybody.
When did you make that shift from all country all the time?
You know what it was? Yeah, it was really when we had Nelly, because we had when we had Nelly, it was kind of like people were thinking, well, he has he's got some song with Florida Georgia Line, and he's got some of the country stuff, Tim McGraw, but he's known for the fun. Come on, he's the rap. He's known for that. Right. So, and the crowd that we had, Phil, you were down there, you saw the whole thing, and Kelly, you were down there, and it was just. After going through all this, it's like, wow, maybe we should open up the genres of music.
Yeah, so Nelly was really the first shift. Sure. You saw, we were down there, saw the crowd. Yep. What did you notice as far as like the reaction to that?
Well, it was a fantastic reaction, and we were drawing people from all over mid-Michigan. And I think when you cross the genres of music, that's what happens. You're getting people from other areas, other musical tastes. So after going through that whole weekend, I'm thinking, and plus a lot of the feedback, like I said earlier, was, hey, maybe you might want to look at maybe a rock artist or something that leans rap or just a variety of types. So that's what really started the whole changing a festival to a name of Bay City Music Festival, which will now feature all types of genres of music.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think Nelly was such a good move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love how it's like just fun.
It was fun.
Some people want to go to the concert and they want serious hip hop or rap or rock or whatever it is. Like they want to go all the way down that rabbit hole. But like every millennial that has ever been to a club or a dance, like this is my jam, this is my childhood. But at the same time, like it's I don't want to say kind of a crowd pleaser, but there's a mass appeal there, and so you get a good audience of people, a mix of different demographics that can all come to the park and have a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny because at first people were thinking, well, you lost your country crowd. They think that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And when I look at the demographics of my ticket buyers, and a lot of people were buying 2-day tickets. So the people that were there to see and for the country night was there for Nelly. So I was like, wow, that's interesting because, the speculation at first was, well, it'll be two different crowds. And it wasn't. Yeah. It was a lot of the same people and we had him Saturday night. So our Friday night, which was Mitchell Tenpenny, a lot of the same people from Mitchell Tenpenny was there for Nelly.
Oh, cool.
So it really it worked out. It worked out. Yeah.
I love that. So if you're all country, if you bleed country music, like you can go to that first day. Yeah. If you want kind of a smorgasbord of music, you can go on the second day.
Exactly.
Or you could just enjoy all kinds of music across 2 days and make a weekend out.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what Kelly's doing for Wednesday in the Parks. There's a variety in there. There's some country, there's some rock.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you probably people are going to all those different nights.
Yeah.
And it really opens up their old music, just how they view music. Because sometimes people get stuck in a genre. I can only have rock, or I can only have country. Yeah. But then they go and see other types of artists, and they see how talented they are. They're like, "Wow, I didn't realize that." So, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw a flow rider at the casino, and I was surprised. I surprised myself for how many songs I actually knew by a flow rider. I was surprised, but the show was a blast.
Yeah.
So
he is like, it's funny because he's worked with artists like Pitbull and some of the ones that were down in Florida. And people like with the whole rap thing, he's never wanted to be like a hardcore. He's always been more of the top 40 rap. Mm-hmm. His songwriters, his producers were always leaning that way. Mm-hmm. So he went out with Pitbull probably for the first 2 or 3 years. And that's where he learned a lot. It's just the whole dance thing that he's put with his rap. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's his whole appeal. That's his whole deal. And it's just like, it's worked for him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about like booking names like that, like Travis Tritt,
I'm interested
Nelly.
I know.
You just pick up the phone and hi,
you take high blood pressure
Mr.
medication.
Yeah. This is your friend Ken.
This is Ken Show. You know who I am. Come on.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot. At first it was kind of like that. It was like, okay, this artist is cool. Then my brother in Indianapolis taught me how to really do this. you take your emotion and who you like out of the equation. Like when you guys are picking Wednesday's artists, you have to take that out. You have to look at your research and your numbers and see how they've done. So I look at like 3-4 state radius, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio. And like a person like Flow Rider, I'll see, okay, he was in Toledo, Ohio. How well did he do? He was over in Grand Rapids. He was in Chicago. How well was that? I don't go nationwide because what can happen in California can be different than Michigan.
Yeah.
You know that.
Completely
You've been
different
around country.
demographic.
It's just so different. I mean, Flow Rider might get 8,000 people in LA, but somewhere else it could be 2,000.
Yeah.
So I don't really do that, but I look in the Midwest and I do the research and look at the numbers. And also for the local area, I do a lot of on Facebook and social media. I'll put polls out and I'll say, okay, who do you guys want to see? Tell me your 3-4 artists. But Phil, what I get? I get Garth Brooks, who's $5 million.
Madonna,
Taylor Swift,
probably.
Madonna.
Yep. Yeah,
It's fun to do that.
I talked to the fireworks festival guys, Earl.
Yeah, Earl
mainly,
is a good guy. Yeah.
And that was something that he talked about too. Was
it's hard.
Like, everybody wants Taylor Swift at the concert. Everybody wants the top 5 musicians in the world. But you're going to blow your budget for the next 50 years.
Exactly.
And 20 minutes. So it's a balancing act. And I love talking about like the back end of these events because it's easy for me as an audience member to say, hey, Ken Shelton, you know who you should bring? Madonna. You should bring Madonna.
I get it all the time.
Which would be amazing. But there's like math involved and there's money involved and logistics of that involved. And that's what makes your job so important to us in the community. And Kelly, same thing is like I get to come to the event and I get to listen to music. I don't have to do any of the hard stuff. I don't have to spend the money. I might have to buy a ticket, but that's the extent of it. But you guys are really doing the hard work behind the scenes to say, hey, we love this community. How can we make it even better? What can we give to this place in the form of things to do or musicians or concerts? Or how can we enjoy each other's company in these public events? And I don't see Ken hustling behind the scenes. Like, what about the porta potties? Where are the porta potties?
Oh, boy.
And like, I think that's important for us as a community to keep in mind that when we see these community events, like if you had an unlimited budget and infinite power, of course we would love to bring your top 5. But at the same time, we're bringing people that you may not hear anywhere else. Your local acts like Redburn and this guy from Millington. What was his name again?
Waylon Harrell.
Waylon, like it's a great stage for them to showcase them and connect us with somebody local and say, well, Redburn's over in Saginaw. Or Waylon's over in Millington. Like, these are local guys that we can support, and I love that about what you're doing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, if people want any sort of information about Wednesdays in the park, where would they go, Kelly?
I would say either downtownbaycity.com or give us a follow on Facebook or Instagram.
Cool. So, people, if you want to be tapped into downtown events, give them a follow on Facebook. Head to the website. Also, sign up for the... Is it weekly? It
is weekly.
Yeah,
every Wednesday.
Happening. Tell me about what people see when they subscribe there.
So every Wednesday, we send out an email that's the Downtown Happening. So it's just events happening in our downtown. So it could be a wine tasting at Artesiano, or a Wednesdays in the Park, or a Friday night concert, or brunch specials. Kind of a mix of everything, but what's going on that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Very cool. So if people subscribe to that, Facebook is great, but you're also a victim of the algorithm, and Facebook will sooner or later decide, like, well, we don't think you want to see that anymore, and you might be following the page but not seeing the posts, but signing up for that, get it straight to your inbox.
Straight to your inbox. We post it on social media too, and that's actually the first thing that pops up when you go to our website is it? Do you want to sign up for our emails?
Yeah. So sign up for those emails. Ken Shelton, Where do people go to find out information or buy tickets for the music festival?
Yeah, they can just jump on my website, kensheltonpromotions.com, and there's a ticket link. As soon as you're on the head of the homepage, just click right in the ticket link. We'll take them right to the festival page, and they can buy the tickets for Friday, Saturday, or they can buy a 2-day tickets if they want. Now, sometimes people want the physical tickets. They want the old school method of the actual ticket, you know. And so what I've done is I've teamed up with some local restaurants and businesses. We have Beaver's Pub, which is right there in downtown Bay City. and they are selling physical tickets for both nights.
Nice.
So if a person wants to buy a ticket, they can go there. And the other ticket location is Franklin Booth Credit Union. They're our big naming rights sponsor, and we're selling tickets on the location on Euclid. So the Franklin Booth Credit Union on Euclid will have tickets for sale for both nights as well. So it gives people both options. Some people don't want to do the online internet thing, and they're like, no, I don't want a part of that stuff. So give me a hard ticket. So they have that option.
It's like the digital passes on the airplane. Like you go up there and there's a little 5% chance like
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
I get that all the time.
TSA is going to come tackle me because something's happening.
Because there's a hair on my phone screen.
Yeah, exactly. You stop.
It's funny.
So Ken, it's funny that you brought up these physical tickets.
Yes.
Because you just so happen to have some physical tickets with you right there. Why did you bring these with you today, Ken Shelton?
Well, let's get this Hey Bay City thing going, right? Let's really get people. So we've got VIP tickets Friday night for Flow Riders, Saturday night for Travis Tritt. And we're going to think of something creative, right, Phil, to try to give these away to people that are watching the show, listening to the show, and give them the opportunity to be in the VIP section.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching, stay tuned this week because we'll be rolling out a post detailing exactly how you can walk away with VIP tickets to either Friday or Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss this concert, and here's a chance for you to get VIP tickets for free. So, Ken, thank you so much for throwing that into the mix for us.
You got it.
Also, thanks for everything that you're doing, both of you, for us here in Bay City, Bay County, and bringing us events that wouldn't be here otherwise. Again, we get to bring our lawn chair and enjoy a weekend or 8 straight weeks of great music. Don't have to lift a finger to do it, but because of your work, our community is better. So I want to thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Woo! You guys are awesome.